What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today, ETH/USD. It is the 12th day of August, and here we are sitting at about $1,890. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Wick City to the upside. Looks like we're rounding off our top here, right? This top is definitely rounding. And with this, typically what you see is a sudden shift to the downside. So I would expect, and I do expect, any day now, could be today, could be tomorrow, maybe it's a week from now, any day now, we're going to see a shift to the downside that's a little bit larger than anything we've seen here, right? Maybe it's something like this, maybe it's something like this, perhaps something in between, but something that likely does take us back below $1,800 like that really quick, if not even below $1,700, something like that. A sudden shift down, probably to this low area here, actually around 1700 to 1760, something in that range. Yeah, that'll be happening any day, and that by the way will just be the signal that this overall move to the downside is starting. Okay, we probably don't see a move that takes us below these lows overnight. It's probably not going to be all at once. It'll likely take phases, right? We'll move down, we'll consolidate, we'll move down more, we'll consolidate, we'll move down more, something like that. And then that very well could be the end of the bear market for Ethereum. It's possible that we do have the bear market low in already with this double bottom, but I'm not weighing on that too much. I'm not leaning on that too much. I'm not holding my breath over that. You know, for a second we thought that double bottom could have signaled the end of the bear market for Ethereum, but the reaction we had once we broke through the Adam and Eve peak here, once we broke through that nipple, it was a very weak reaction. It was not persistent. It didn't continue, and all we've done since is rounded off our top, and now we're likely to come back down. It's a busted pattern. Technically, it's not officially busted yet, but it will be here pretty soon, and likely we do go below these lows. At least that's my expectation. So inevitably, yes, I've said a couple of different things, right? I've said that I expect a sudden shift to occur in Ethereum very, very soon. That'll take us somewhere around this level here, just below, just above, but somewhere around there. That's $1,700, $1,760, right? That area. And then as time goes on, what this really is just the kickoff. It's the beginning of more to come. We'll probably come back up, find resistance at prior support, find resistance, move down, do the same thing, right? Find a little bit of support at this area that once held support, and then we break through. That could be our bear market low. Maybe it's just the beginning of more to come. But again, I've said two things here. Sudden shift is coming very soon, and then also a move that will take us likely below $1,500 over the coming weeks, if not months ahead. Bitcoin doesn't need to bottom at the same time as Ethereum. Ethereum does not need to bottom at the same time as Bitcoin. In fact, let's actually look. Let's see here. Ethereum on its all-time history. Let's compare it to Bitcoin on its all-time history. Go on a monthly. Let's do a weekly scale. Weekly scale is fine. I'm going to change this into candles. So we'll have two candlestick patterns here, okay? Or candlestick charts, I should say. And don't worry, I'll make it look better. It'll be more coherent here in a second. So Bitcoin is on top, Ethereum is on bottom. Bitcoin has this, it's kind of an off color of green and red. Ethereum is definitely more green and red here. We look at this here. On a weekly scale, we zoom way the hell out. There we go. That's at least the last couple of bulls and bears. So let's go here and just identify Ethereum's bear market lows. Okay, Ethereum's low was here in this bear market. It was here in this bear market. And that wasn't a bear market low. Though it was a low point for Bitcoin as well. You know, we're finding lows there. Okay, so for the last two bear markets at least, Ethereum and Bitcoin did find their low in tandem. And in the last bear market, Ethereum actually bottomed out before Bitcoin, okay? Showing that they do not need to bottom at the same time, okay? They don't need to bottom at the same time. They can bottom at different times. Now, does that mean that Ethereum will bottom before Bitcoin like it did last cycle? Maybe. Could it bottom after Bitcoin? And we haven't seen that happen yet. Can it do that? Yeah, it can. So can it bottom at the same time as Bitcoin? We've seen that happen too. So any of those possibilities are there. I do think it's completely possible and acceptable for Bitcoin to bottom out before Ethereum and for us to continue to go lower still. So just because Bitcoin bottoms out in the next 30 days or so, if my expectations are true, that doesn't necessarily mean Ethereum will bottom out, because you are breaking through this level here, getting through this double bottom, and breaking through this level of support back here. You're breaking through some pretty significant areas. That could take time. That could take time to figure yourself out before you actually are coming back up. We'll see. Anyways, 1 hour time frame, shifting gears, getting into the short-term stuff. A lot of volume coming in. We're not really pushing down. Man, it kind of makes me bullish. Seeing this much volume come into the downside and we're not going lower, we're actually getting a higher low. I don't know. It's almost like it feels forced, right? What happened the last time we saw a move like this? Well, we moved up. We got a higher high. We've got more volume pushing the price down, but the price is actually at a higher low. It makes me think that we'll move up. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. RSI showing a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. Stochastics reset. The MACD, it is red right now, but that's the only bad thing. I don't know if I trust the 1 hour MACD either. RSI is neutral. Stochastics, neutral, kind of bullish. MACD is kind of bullish also, but neutral. Choppy sideways. I don't know if I trust it either. Man, it's so difficult to say. So difficult. It's really a coin flip. If I'm looking at it and I'm being honest, I think statistically the odds are actually in favor of the bulls, which is opposite of what I'm saying here, at least in the beginning. I could be wrong. You do have this diamond top look to you here. Diamond top, you can break out to the upside. Even if we do move higher, I stand by it. We're probably rounding off, and we will likely see we'll see a shift down one way or another, whether it's from higher prices or from this price here. I'm going to go check on my daughter because I can hear her crying. You might be able to hear her cry too. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Ethereum does move up from here. If we go below 1850, let's say 1845, we get below 1845, then we are, in fact, moving lower if we get a daily close below there. But if we can get a daily close above 1940, then I'm wrong and we're actually moving up. And we probably, let's see, how high would we move up to before inevitably moving down? We'd probably move up to the golden ratio, 2042 to 2116, and then move down. I gotta go. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.